Hey Student Success, welcome back to your next assignment video for week 7. So I have already uploaded the digital library assignment video if you want to make sure that you check that out. Also make sure you check out the chapter 5 lecture because that is the basis of your chapter 5 assignment. So this video will cover both the chapter 5 assignment and is the online learning right for you assignment. So let's go ahead and hop in. Chapter 5 assignment, the first thing you're going to do is download the document. It's going to open up into a Word doc, and this should look familiar. We've done something like this before. So chapter 5 is all about college reading and reading strategies because reading comprehension and reading in general is essential to college education, to everyday life, honestly. So it's a really integral skill. And sometimes we're just not as proficient as we need to be, especially when we're reading on higher academic levels. So what you're doing for this assignment is you're going through it and you're thinking of 2 things you can do to improve each of these areas of reading. So 2 things to improve comprehension, 2 things to do to improve speed, and 2 things to do to improve vocabulary. So you can look at the PowerPoint, the slideshow, I guess that's the same thing. The PowerPoint, the video, the chapter itself, anything that's going to help you kind of just get an idea, if you don't already have one, of what are 2 things you can do to improve your understanding of text when you read it. When will you take that action? Are you going to try it the next time you read, the next week, next semester? And how will you know your comprehension has improved? Your reading speed. Now, don't let that kind of fool you. You don't have to be fast to be a good reader. In fact, sometimes the quicker you read, you might not actually be understanding everything. So take reading speed as just your reading pace. Do you read too quickly? Do you read too slowly? How can you adjust? So what are 2 things you can do to either slow down or speed up or just find the right speed for you? When will you do this, and how will you know that you're at a good pace? And then finally, vocabulary. What are some things you can do to build vocabulary knowledge? When will you do that, and how will you know that your vocabulary has been built? So again, 2 things for each of these areas. And if you're not sure like what kinds of things to do, go ahead and take a look at, again, your link to your chapter 5 textbook, your chapter 5 slides, or the chapter 5 lecture video. So all of those will help assist with that. And then finally, your last assignment for this week is your online learning survey. So this is 2 parts. So you're going to take this survey. See, it's hyperlinked there. It's going to open up into its own page. And this is just a fairly quick, it's only 12 questions, online learning survey. So now that you've had, if this was your first online class, you've had a little bit of experience under your belt. So you can kind of answer these questions with that experience. But you're basically answering 12 multiple choice questions, and then you'll hit submit, and it's going to give you a score. Now, I cannot see your score because this is just done on the website, so I cannot see that. So what you're going to do for the actual assignment itself is you can certainly pull a Word doc up and type your response and then upload it, or you can simply in the Dropbox area under the comments, tell me what your score was. So I got a 24, and then reflect whether you believe online learning is right for you and why. So don't just say, I did well in the survey. Okay, do you agree with that? Why or why not? Did it say you need some work? Do you agree with that? Why or why not? So that's what you're getting graded on, is not your score of the survey. It's your reflection on, do you believe that online learning is right for you? Did that survey kind of capture it? I don't need a ton of information. A couple sentences, even like 1 or 2 sentences, honestly, will be enough. I scored a 24. I do believe that online learning is good for me because, and then go ahead and tell me why. Or I do not feel like online learning is a good fit for me because. So you're letting me know why. All right, so along with your library assignment, which is in the previous video up there, all 3 of these are due by Sunday, and they all 3 count for your weekly attendance. Make sure you complete all 3. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great week.